Could you please consider subscribing to my channel and giving my video a thumbs up? I'd really appreciate it.
Once upon a time, in a beautiful village, there lived a little girl named Bella. Bella was a curious and adventurous child, always eager to explore the world around her. But her most favorite adventure companion was her loving and caring mother, Mrs. Rose. One sunny morning, Bella woke up with excitement bubbling inside her. She ran to her mother, who was preparing breakfast in the kitchen. "Mom, can we go on an adventure today? I want to explore the Enchanted Forest nearby," Bella said with bright eyes. Mrs. Rose smiled and replied, "Of course, my dear Bella, but first we need to have a hearty breakfast to energize ourselves for the adventure ahead." After finishing their delicious breakfast, Bella and her mother packed some snacks and drinks for their adventure. They put on their hiking shoes, grabbed their hats, and set off to the Enchanted Forest. As they walked through the forest, Bella marveled at the tall trees, colorful flowers, and the chirping of the birds. "Mom, look at the beautiful butterflies fluttering around the flowers. They are so colorful," Bella exclaimed. Mrs. Rose nodded with a smile and replied, "Nature is truly amazing, Bella. There are so many wonders to explore and appreciate." Suddenly, they heard a soft rustling sound coming from the bushes. Bella's eyes widened with curiosity, and she whispered, "Mom, did you hear that? What could it be?" Mrs. Rose held Bella's hand and said, "Let's go and find out, but we must be careful." They slowly approached the bushes, and to their surprise, they found a family of adorable bunnies playing hide and seek. Bella and her mother watched the playful bunnies with joy, and Bella giggled, "Mom, they are so cute. I wish I could play with them." Mrs. Rose smiled and said, "Sometimes just watching them play brings us joy. It's wonderful to see how nature's creatures enjoy their life." After spending some delightful moments with the bunnies, Bella and her mother continued their journey through the Enchanted Forest. As they ventured deeper, they encountered a sparkling stream, and Bella's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Mom, can we play by the stream for a while? I want to skip stones and make a wish," Bella pleaded. Mrs. Rose agreed, and they sat by the stream, enjoying the peaceful sound of flowing water. Bella picked up some smooth stones and skillfully skipped them across the water. "I made a wish for our adventure to be full of wonders and joy," Bella declared with a big smile. Mrs. Rose hugged Bella and whispered, "I also made a wish for us to have a safe and memorable adventure together." As they continued their journey, they stumbled upon a mysterious cave hidden behind a waterfall. "Mom, do you think there are magical creatures living inside the cave?" Bella asked, her eyes full of wonder. Mrs. Rose chuckled and said, "Let's find out, but we should be cautious. The unknown can be full of surprises." They cautiously entered the cave, and to their amazement, they discovered colorful crystals twinkling on the cave walls. Bella's eyes widened, and she gasped, "Mom, look at these beautiful crystals. They are so shiny and magical." Mrs. Rose smiled and said, "Nature always has a way of surprising us with its marvels. These crystals are a true wonder of the earth." As they marveled at the magical cave, they heard a distant rumbling sound. Bella's excitement turned into concern, and she held her mother's hand tightly. "Mom, what's that sound? I'm a little scared," Bella whispered. Mrs. Rose comforted Bella and said, "It's okay, my dear. It's just the sound of the wind echoing through the cave. We are safe together, and I'm here to protect you." With renewed courage, they carefully exited the cave and continued their adventure. As they reached the edge of the forest, they were greeted by a breathtaking sight, a meadow filled with colorful flowers swaying in the gentle breeze. "Mom, this is so beautiful. I want to run and play in the meadow," Bella exclaimed. Mrs. Rose nodded and said, "Go ahead, my dear Bella. Have fun, and I'll watch over you." Bella ran joyfully through the meadow, picking wildflowers and feeling the soft grass beneath her feet. She twirled and danced with glee, feeling the warmth of the sun on her face. Mrs. Rose watched her daughter with love and happiness, cherishing the precious moments they shared. After playing in the meadow, Bella and her mother rested under the shade of a big tree. Bella snuggled close to her mother and said, "Thank you, Mom, for going on this amazing adventure with me. I had so much fun and learned so many new things." Mrs. Rose hugged Bella and replied, "You're welcome, my dear Bella. I cherish our adventures together, and I'm grateful for the joy you bring into my life." As they prepared to head back home, Bella spotted a beautiful butterfly fluttering nearby. She eagerly followed the butterfly and found herself in a clearing where a magnificent rainbow appeared in the sky. Bella's eyes widened with awe, and she exclaimed, "Mom, look at the rainbow. It's so colorful and magical. It feels like a special gift just for us." Mrs. Rose smiled and said, "Yes, it's a symbol of beauty and hope. Just like the bond we share, it brings brightness to our lives." Bella and her mother walked back home, feeling content and happy after their delightful adventure. As the sun began to set, they reached their cozy house, where Mr. Rose was eagerly waiting for them. Bella excitedly recounted their day's adventure, and Mrs. Rose added her own heartwarming details. As night fell, Bella snuggled into bed, feeling tired but content. Mrs. Rose tucked her in and kissed her on the forehead, saying, "Good night, my dear Bella. I love you more than words can express." Bella yawned and replied, "Good night, Mom. I love you to the moon and back." As Bella drifted into a peaceful slumber, she cherished the memories of her wonderful adventure with her loving mother, knowing that their bond was as strong and magical as the enchanting forest they had explored. And so, in that cozy little house, amidst the whispers of the night, the love between Bella and her mother shone brightly, creating a beautiful and happy ending to their adventurous day.